All right, so we got our ball, we got our weights, right, and our mats. All right, so we're gonna start in a little Pilates stance. Arms are reaching long. We're gonna take a nice big inhale up, and on the exhale, side stretch. Inhale, exhale, lower the arms. Inhale up, both sides stretch, other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, side stretch. One more, inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Roll it down. Pull that navel in, hands on top of the ball. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into the ball, round your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, push as you exhale. Inhale, release the air out of the ball. Exhale, press. Two more. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Grab onto that ball from the sides of your hands and pull yourself all the way up. Take the ball to the side of the leg. We're going to reach this arm up, and I'm going to press my leg out into the ball and return. Out and in. It's an exhale. Make sure the heel of the hand's on that ball, the shoulder is down, and the standing leg is wrapping. And we take it for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and switch. Nice and tall in the spine, pull that navel in and up, and here we go. We exhale to inhale. Try not to sink on your standing hip. You're firing the glutes, the core, outer thigh, outer hip, and we go for 3, good, and 2, and 1. Take that ball between the thighs, press more air out of that ball. We're going to bring it down to a chair squat. Connect the shoulders to your back. Send your tail long. So don't be sticking out your butt to the wall behind you. Kind of send it long. Pressing into the ball, I'm going to lift my heels for 1. Lift up 2. And 3. Good. And 4. And 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. Now try to hold those heels up and continue squeezing that ball. 1. 2, so you should feel those inner thighs, the abdominals, and the glutes. Yep, let me go for 5. Find your focal point. 4, 3, 2, hold it in now little tiny pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Focus. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels go down, and we'll pull those arms through. Chest expansion. Sweep those arms forward. Pull them through. Inhale to exhale. Reach and pull. We go for 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Grab onto your ball and take it down to the mat. So we're going to take that ball underneath our feet. Toes are on. We're in a very small, narrow Pilates stance. Heels are off the ball. They're connected. Take the hands behind your thighs. Use that to pull your spine up taller. Try to have your shoulders over your hips. Nod the chin to your chest. Push your navel in. And we're going to roll that ball out on an inhale. Exhale, resist, pull it back in. So I'm rounded. I'm lifted, I'm scooped. Nice and controlled movement. Out for 2, in for 2. Now see if you can take your hands to the mat, but continue that same shape. So don't start to lean back on me. You want to keep those hips and shoulders stacked. Out and in. I want you to feel the back of the legs as you pull those knees towards you. Feel that core pulling that ball towards you. 2 more. 1 more, and then stack that spine back up. I'm going to take my hands behind me. I like to make fists and press my knuckles to the floor. And again, you're zipping up. My chest feels like it's going through a door frame. Shoulders are back, and we roll out on an inhale, exhale in. Out, 2, come in. Good. Inhale, Exhale, slide those shoulders further down your back and straighten those arms more. And we go for 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold it in. You feel like you're pushing yourself more forward. Take one arm off the mat, then the other. Now continue here. We stay nice and tall, no collapsing, no leaning back if possible. Inhale out, exhale in. Now I'm also going to add a twist if that's not for you. You're going to keep doing this. So my ball is all the way in. Make sure you have room for the feet on that ball. As I roll that ball back out, you're going to rotate to face the front of the room. And I look at that back arm. I come back home, bend my knees. Other side. Think of going through that door frame and coming back in. The breath, we inhale to exhale. If this is easy, we are probably not sitting up very tall and we're not engaging that core. We inhale, we exhale. I want you to feel those inner thighs coming together. I want you to feel the back of those legs lengthening. Now grab onto your ankles and slowly roll yourself out. If you need more space for the feet, walk them further up the ball. If you've got the weights, we'll grab onto them. And we're going to reach again towards those toes. Arms are parallel to the floor. Connect the shoulders to your back. Now it's going to be an important part here is wrapping those thighs, right? So as we come back, those inner thighs are wrapping around the outer thighs. And we melt back. Shoulders are heavy. We're going to nod the chin to our chest first. Then we continue. Arms going towards the toes. Eyes to navel. Stay in this tractor tire. We're nice and rounded. We bring it back. Shoulders are connected. We start with an inhale. Exhale, we melt back down. Shoulders heavy. Eyes to navel. Inhale. Reach slow. You're peeling off that mat. Inhale back. Shoulders again are melted. Now we're all the way down. I want you to bend the knees in. The knees will go out like a frog. My weights will go to the floor. And I'm going to press back out and bring the weights back up. Draw the knees in as the weights go to the floor and reach long. So my spine right now is in a neutral spine. I'm not forcing it down. Yes, the belly's in and up, but the spine is neutral. I'm inhaling and exhaling. You got it. Inhale. Exhale. Now on this one, hold it in, draw the chin to your chest, straighten those legs, and start to peel yourself back up. We come back down for 4, and 3, and 2. Bend the knees in, roll it back out. Bend them back in, eyes to navel, reach the legs long, and roll up, 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 up. Bring it back, melt, melt, wrap, breathe. Knees in, arms down. Do it again. This time, eyes to belly. Hold here. Roll those legs out. Flip your palms up. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, and press back out. You are more than welcome to put your head down at any time. Bring it in, take it out. And shh. Shh. 3. Good. 2. 1. Hold it. Flip the palms to face the floor. Peel back up for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Roll it back halfway. Mount those shoulders. Connect them to your back. Wrap your thighs. If you'd rather put the ball behind you for support, go there. The arm closest to the front of the room. I'm going to rotate back to center. Other side. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Moving with slow, purposeful movements. Inhale. Exhale. I'm keeping the shoulders connected to my back. I'm keeping my back round in that C curve. Last one. Good, and we'll lie the rest of the way down. Weights down, Arms to your side, bring the ball closer towards you. Knees are bent, feet are directly on top of your ball. If this does not work for you, take the feet off the ball and straddle it with your feet on the floor, okay? So my feet are kind of molded on top of the ball, so they're not going, down the front or the back. They're directly on top. Pressing into my inner thighs, I'm gonna tuck my tail and come up into a bridge. The back of my head firmly is pressing into the mat. I do not feel strain to my lower back. And then we're gonna melt back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's try that again. Tuck your tail, scoop the belly, back of the shoulders, back of the arms, press into the mat. And we lower, articulating, taking our time, exhaling. 2 more. Tuck, lift, inhale. 2, exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. We're going to tuck and lift. Inhale. And then we exhale, melt back down. Roll those legs out, straighten through those hamstrings. Now try to do a bridge here with the legs straight. So we lift up those hips and place them back down. We lift up on the inhale, exhale, come down. So feel like the back of your legs are pushing down as you're lifting up. And we lift up, inhale, exhale down. Now I'm gonna add on to this one. I'm gonna inhale, and on the exhale, I'm gonna roll that ball back in. On the inhale, I'm gonna roll it back out. Try to keep the hips up. On the exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. Last one, inhale, exhale, and lower down your bridge. Take the right knee in towards your chest, grab onto the ankle, and as you roll that ball out, zip this leg straight up, giving a nice stretch to that hamstring. Lovely. Good. I'm going to take hand over hand behind my head. If you are going to be keeping your head down, just have your arms to your side and not behind your head. We're going to try to have this leg over the hip. If that's not working for you, soften your knee so at least your knee is over the hip, okay? All right, so inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest. Now I want you to take this leg towards the center, down, around, lift. Inhale, exhale. Round 2, come up. You should not be looking at the ceiling. So if your head is lifted, shoulders off the mat. And now I'm going to reverse. I'm going to go away, zip up, 1. Make sure you're centered on your mat. I feel like I'm not. I'm going to wiggle around a little bit so I feel centered. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Round, nothing else goes with you. Good. And then bend that knee in. I want you to grab onto that shin. Use that as leverage to pull your head a little higher off that floor, but the shoulder, the base of the shoulder blade is still touching. Now that ball is going to roll in and out, in and out. If your neck is feeling strained, put one hand behind the head, see if that helps. If not, put your head down and arms to your side. Take your time pulling in. Use your abdominals every move you make. Every move you make is from that core. I'm exhaling in, inhaling out. Just give me 2 more, 2 more. Last one. And release. And I still have that knee pulling in towards me. I'm going to pull it a little bit more. And I'm going to take the hand that matches that leg, and I'm going to pull that leg out. But keep the opposite hip down. Good. And I'm going to switch those legs out. So the other foot is on the ball. I grab onto the ankle and I press that ball leg out. This one comes up and I get a lovely stretch to that hamstring. Well deserved. Now if you let go of your leg and it can't be over that hip, you just can't maintain that, soften your knee so your knee is in line with your hip, okay? Arms to your side. If you want to take the head up for the circles, we nod our chin to our chest and put the hands behind our head. That kneecap is turned away. If your head is up, you cannot have it hovering. It must be up and over the top rib cage. Here we go, towards the other leg, around, up. Inhale, exhale. Try to keep that ball leg real still. One more. And reverse. Away, zip up. Make sure the back is heavy. Elbows are out to the side. Don't hug your head. Watch that neck. Good. And release. My hands go to pull that knee in. I'm going to use that as leverage against my shin to curl my chin to my chest. You can either keep holding that shin, you can put your hands behind your head. I'm going to bring that ball in and out. So 2 hands on the shin maybe 1 hand with 1 hand behind the head, maybe 2 hands behind the head. Do what works for you. I'm not just rolling this ball in and out. I'm using my abdominals, the back of my leg. I'm exhaling every time I bring that knee back in. Try to lengthen that leg all the way. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck should feel no strain. Keep doing these checks with your body. How is my back? How is my neck? Do I feel my core working in this movement? 2 more. Last one. Good. 2 feet on that ball and reach those arms behind you. Lengthen the back and arch. Now I want you to straddle your ball with your feet. So I'm going to press into the ball, the sides of my feet. I'm going to grab onto my weights. Arms are up, shoulders are down. Nod that chin to your chest and peel yourself up to a straight up position. So my feet are flexed. In a perfect world, my legs are straight, my knees are pressing down. If this is too hard for you, soften your knees, okay? Melt those shoulders down. And we're going to round back, not all the way. Hold here. Flip the palms to face you. We're going to open and close. Out to the side and in. Inhale, exhale. Now, as my arms press out, I'm going to come up, press into the ball, and C-curve. Good. I'm squeezing my back muscles, opening my chest. And the ball's going to move a little bit on that mat, forward and back. Completely fine. But I'm taking my time through a straight, flat spine into that C-curve mounting. And I go for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Pull the elbows back and hinge forward. And again, I'm going to keep my legs straight, back of my legs pushing down, shoulders back. Kick those arms back, and then bend. Triceps. You can pick any position to do this. You can do standing. You can sit cross-legged. You can also take it to a position like this, if that is better for you, better for your back. We're going to do 10 more. Keep that navel pulling in. I'm exhaling as I straighten. Shoulders should be connected to your back. Keep doing your body scans. 5, 4, here's 3, here's 2. Hold it back there, little pulses. 10, 9, 8. Scoop that belly in deeper. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up and press those arms long again. Good. Pour coffee so knuckles touch together. And then bend your elbows and pull those weights to the top of your sternum. Inhale here. Exhale, round back. Eyes to navel. Open your arms. Thumb should be down. Start to push the arms back and your head comes forward towards your thighs and you rest your knuckles on the mat. From your back muscles, lift those arms up as high as you can. Keep them just as high and circle around, palms face down as they go over your toes. Pour the coffee, knuckles connect. From your core, stack your spine. Don't lean back, come up tall, melt the shoulders. Exhale, press into your ball as you come back into a rounded position. Open up those arms, start to push them back. Your knuckles will rest on the mat behind you. Your head is forward, shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, lift those arms up. Flip those palms, circle around, exhale. Knuckle to knuckle, inhale, up tall, tall, tall. Exhale, C curve, melt. Shh. Open up, inhale. Push through, head forward, arms behind. Keep those arms real straight. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, circle around, knuckle to knuckle, stack your spine. Stay right here. We're going to rotate back to center. We'll rotate back to center. Can you sit taller as you rotate and stay just as tall as you unwind? Now take it to where your knuckles are facing, the palms are down, okay? I'm going to rotate, straighten my arms out, knuckles touch, back to center. So again, the palms are facing down. I rotate, slide those arms open, connect those knuckles, and back home. The worst thing you can do is this movement with those shoulders not resting on the rib cage. So make sure you're not doing this. They need to be anchored so you can move safely. Last thing I want you to be mindful of is your neck. Make sure your neck is not tilting onto that arm or shoulder. And we'll finish here. We inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. Weights go down. Bend your knees. And let's take that ball behind the legs. So I'm pressing my calves towards my hamstrings, okay? And I'm going to balance here on my sits bones. So if you have an issue with your back and you should not roll on your spine, something is wrong with your tailbone, whatever it may be, you're going to hold this position, okay? The rest of you, and I don't roll a lot, but we're going to roll today. So we're going to nod that chin to our chest. You always want the belly pressing in, and you always want the chin to your chest because that's going to round your spine. We never roll onto our necks. So we gently tip back. Think of your butt going up in the air, and then we balance and come back up. Don't think of, well, if I go back really fast, I'm guaranteed to come up. That's called momentum. You want to work the belly. So as I'm coming up, I'm pushing that belly deeper. Keep your chin to your chest the whole time. We're going to inhale back, keep that ball in place. Exhale up. If you tried the first two and you weren't real smooth along your spine, just hold the balance. Inhale, eyes to navel. Exhale. And we're just going to do one more. Inhaling back and exhaling up. Roll all the way down. The ball is still behind those legs. Center yourself on your mat. We're going to take those knees way into our chest. Notice what happens when you bring your knees way in. Your back gets nice and heavy and it feels very supported. See if you can maintain that as you lower your knees down for two. Your toes will touch and then the knees will come back up. We inhale down and exhale up. Inhale as we tap. Exhale. So if you can't keep that back against the mat as you're tapping down, don't take the feet as low towards the mat. So maybe you only go here, but I want you to maintain that heavy spine on the mat. I'm inhaling to tap, exhaling to draw in. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Relax those shoulders, relax the neck. We do 3 more. I hope you're feeling your core engaged. 2 more. And last one. And then keep your knees bent, but grab onto your ball. And let's take it against your quads. So I'm going to keep pressure against my quads. I'm going to keep my quads keeping pressure into that ball. If you're able, nod that shin to your chest.
Now the ball is not going to flop from one leg to the next. It's going to stay right here in the middle. The goal here is to drive one knee, so start with your right knee. The knee drives into the ball, and we pulse that knee 2 times into the ball. 1, 2. Other leg comes in. Now push into the ball. 1, 2, and and. You can do this with your head on the floor as well. And push into the ball, and push into the ball. And my knee is always going to come way in, so I'm keeping that ball way close to me. And one more each side. Finish here, and place the head down at the feet. Let's drop our knees to one side, get a nice little release to your back, and then other side. Good. All right, so we're going to put that ball between our ankles. Hug those knees way in, and the hands will be on the outside of those ankles, pulling those legs a little closer towards you. You can keep your head on the mat. I'm going to take a nice big exhale, all the air out of my center, and nod my chin to my chest. Now, the further away you go with your arms and legs, the harder it is. So if it's too hard, don't go as far away, okay? So we're going to take it out. We're going to hold, 2, 3. Now come in and grab onto that ball. Now connect your legs, the balls between the hands. Hold, 2, 3. Put it back between the legs. Inhale, 2, 3. Wrap the thighs, heels are connected in a Pilates stance. If you want, you can go straight up and then grab it. And then go straight up, if that's easier on the back and the hips. Out, 2, 3, grab onto the ball. And reach, 2, 3. The inhale is here, we hold it for 3 counts, we exhale. Hold. Good, this is our last one, and just hug it in and put the head down. The ball's still between the feet. I'll look to one side of the room. I'll look to the other side of the room. Yay. Okay, so grab back onto that ball. Arms are bent. The ball's between the heel of the hands. My legs, my knees are apart, my heels are connected. We call that frog position. I want you to slowly straighten the arms and the legs. And as you're straightening, your spine is going deeper as well as your shoulders. Bend everything back in again. I'm sliding those heels down a wall. I'll zip back up. I'm going to exhale as I press up. Inhale to come down. Feel the opposition. As the legs are going up, the belly's going down, the spine gets heavier. Bend and inhale. And this one, I'm going to take my head up. You don't have to. I'll inhale, come back down. Exhale, back up. One more. Inhale, take your time. Exhale. Now I'm going to put the ball just like it was against my upper thigh, the quads. Now it's against my shins. I'm going to take just my right leg down, 2, 3, into that ball again. Other leg. And the opposite leg that's against that ball is going to press into that ball. We inhale, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale. 1, 2, 3. Keep pushing into that ball. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're breathing. 1, 2, 3. Zip it up. 1, 2, 3. Now let's take both legs. Hold the ball still over your chest. 2, 3. Press into the ball. And we go inhale. 2, 3. You can put your head down at any time, or one hand can support behind that head. 2 more. No space here between your back and the floor. Last one. And release. Rock it side to side. You deserve that. Woo! Okay, so now we're going to do our crisscross. So my elbows are bent, the ball's between my hands, my knees are way in. I'm going to inhale to prepare. If you're able, exhale, nod the chin to your chest. You're going to turn to face the front of the room. And I'm going to draw that knee in as the other leg goes out. And my arms are to the outside of that leg. But this hip I'm turned away from is heavy. Now switch and the arms go to the outside. And make sure the knee is driving straight in. It's not turned away. So you shouldn't be smacking into the other leg when you're bending that knee in. And twist. And 4 and 4. Try not to rock and roll. Stay up high. Stay off those shoulders. It can be done. 1 more. Woo! And the feet come down. And I'm going to drop my knees to one side again. I hope you felt something working there. Something, anything. I'm grasping for something. Feel something. Good. And we're going to rock ourselves up. Okay, so we're going to take that ball to the mid-back. Bend the knees. The legs should be 1 fist width apart. And I'm going to roll back onto that ball. I'll lift my hips and put them back down. Hand over hand behind the head. Again, the legs should only be as wide as 1 fist. Okay? If you are a person who suffers from vertigo and it's going to agitate that by taking your head too far over, you'll stop at parallel, but you still get a nice stretch here. Okay? So here we go. We're going to go over for 2 counts and then up for 2 counts. We're inhaling over. The head is just resting in those hands. And when you come up, the hands aren't pushing you up. It's the abdominals bringing you up. Exhale. Inhale. To exhale. We're going to do 3 more. Enjoy that lengthening and stretch here along the whole front of your body. 2 more. Inhaling. And exhaling. And 1 more. Now I'm going to bring my head halfway back, and I'm going to curl my tail, lift it up, and take it down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're curling that tail off the floor, squeezing your seat, opening those hips. Don't cramp those hamstrings. Make sure your glutes are firing enough. Yep. 4. And 3. 2 more, 2 more. Here's 2. Last 1. And 1. And then stretch back over that ball if you're able. Good. Nod that shin to your chest. Hold here. Slide your feet to each side of your mat. Reach your arms forward. I'm going to start to come off that ball. And when I have most of my weight off of it, I'll reach back and grab onto it and hold it out here in front of me. So connect the shoulders to your back. Sit as tall as you can. You can even sit up against a wall for this one and practice that nice tall spine, okay? Shoulders are down. Face straight ahead. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest. And as that ball starts to slide across the table, you're rounding your spine. I'm not leaning back at all. So you shouldn't be here. You should still be having mid-back down in a straight line. Inhale, come up, shoulders melt. Up tall. Exhale. So this is why it's good if you can do this against a wall. It stops you from that leaning back. Suck that navel in, squeeze your seat, melt those shoulders. Inhale, stack your spine. Exhale, nod that chin, peel. Don't just collapse forward. We're peeling off that wrapper. It's a sticker coming off the wrapper. Inhale up. Think taller, not leaning back. Exhale. We're going to inhale here, and on the exhale, arms go to a T, and the ball goes in your front hand, so it's towards the front of the room or your screen, okay? We're going to rotate to face the front, and I'm going to bring that ball back. I'm going to bring it back up and bring it back around. Do that again. So I'm going to twist first. I'm going to hinge back, bring me back up, and around. And again. Inhale, exhale, Good. Now slide the legs together. Next variation. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to tap. I'm going to lift, lower, bring it up. Okay, so let's try that again. Rotate, rotate. Tap, lift, lower, up, and around. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Lift up, down, up, and the legs will go apart. And we take it to the other side. Okay? So you're also working your arms, right? And your shoulders and your back, holding his arms up. I know. So rotate the opposite direction. Hinge back, tap the ball. Don't roll it, just tap it. Pull yourself up and unwind. Inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale up, exhale around. Rotate, lengthen and tap. Pull it up, bring the legs together. Or you can keep that same variation going. I rotate, tap, retrace. So if it hurts your back, should you do the leg lift? No, let me hear it. No. Lift. And it's not an eject button, it's control. Good. And we rotate, hinge. Oh, I like that variation. She did one leg. I like that. I like that. One more. I know I did an extra one on this side. But I got all excited. I thought, oh, I like that. When you guys come with your own variations, I love it. Back to center, legs back apart. Rest your ball on the mat. And this time we're going to roll as far forward as we can. The ball is going to go up that arm as you're going forward. Relax those shoulders. Keep your belly scooping in. And then we're going to bring it back. We're going to bend those knees and place the ball between those thighs. And your hands will come behind you as two kickstands to hold you up. So I start with that ball being pressed into. So I want air being pushed out of it already. Make sure the spine is tall, chest is open, shoulders back. We're going to squeeze the ball and slightly release. Squeeze. There are 3 body parts working here with this one little squeeze of the ball. And I call it the BBT, the butt, belly, thigh. Yep. So the inner thighs are working, the glutes are firing, but that ball is symbolizing your core as well. So it's push it in. You can do an ab crunch without actually ever lifting your head or moving your head. That's the beauty of Pilates. You can work the whole class, your core, and never have to lift your head up. We're going to do 5 more. I want you to exhale, pushing that ball in. 4 and 3. And I'm going to give you another option. 2 and 1. You can either keep your fingers turned away, or you can have them pointing towards you. But my shoulders are going to roll back, and I'm going to come up into this tabletop position, and then lower back down. Okay? So I lift up, squeeze the ball to come down. I'm going to inhale up. 2 more. Scoop, tuck, squeeze, come back down. And last one, we lift it up, we squeeze, and come back down. Okay, circle those wrists, give those wrists a little bit of a release. Good. And then we're going to go into some spinal extensions. So we're going to take the ball in front of us, and we're going to come onto the front of our bodies. Check in with your body, grab water. Remember, anything we do on the mat can be done standing up on the floor. Let me know if you need that option. All right. So we're going to reach these arms out nice and long, connect the shoulders to your back, pull the belly button in, lengthen the legs long. I'm going to start by rolling that ball a little bit towards the crown of my head, getting that connection deeper with my shoulders to my back. I lift my chest, my head's along for the ride, and I lengthen back out. I'm going to inhale, exhale. So I squeeze my seat, coming up, coming down, I pull my navel away from my mat. I'm going to lift it up. I want you to stay down. want you to lift those legs up and then down. If you want, you can press into the ball to lift the legs up. Feet are still reaching long, belly still pulling in strong. We squeeze that seat. You can either rest your forehead or I have mine hovering. I'm going to do one more here. And then I'm going to go back to my swans. I'm going to inhale up, exhale down, hold, lift my legs, and then lower. I roll it up, I take it down, I lift, and I lower. Those shoulders must be connecting to the rib cage. Glutes are firing, navel's pulling in. Now see if we can kind of put those more connected. So I'm going to come up, lift my legs. Come up, then lift my legs. So now it's kind of like a rock and a rock. 2 more. Make sure you're squeezing your booty. And release it out. Bring those hands back onto the mat and stretch back slowly into a child's pose. Did that go okay? Okay. Take a couple breaths here on your own, inhaling and exhaling. If you want to release the wrists and shoulders, arms go behind you. Nicely done. Okay, come to a high kneel. Take that ball and place it behind you. Okay, I'm going to reach these arms here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to come slightly up to where the ball has more air in it, and I'm going to sit back onto my ball. Make sense? So try that without the arms first. So I come up just enough that that ball can still be held back there, and I come back down. Now don't think of coming like this. We're going to be coming up and then down. Here's the arms. Reach them out in front of you. I'm going to come up and I'll come down. Inhale, exhale. Open your chest, slide back down. I want you to feel as you're coming up, feel that belly scooping in. That makes sense? I'm not reaching like this. I'm here. Up. Good. Up. And I go for 3. If this isn't cold for your knees, get into another position and do the same arms. And let's do one more. One more. Bring it up. And bring it back down. Weights down. Take that ball between the thighs and into a quadruped position. And again, I want you pressing air out of the ball to start. I can see my toenails, my shoulders and wrists in a straight line, my hips and knees should be in a straight line. I'm going to press into my ball and try to hover those knees off the floor, and I'll come back down. And again, pull that navel in, press through those hands, and come back down. If your body works as a team, it's not so undoable. Here we go. And 2 more. We can do this if the body works together. And 1 more. I'm going to lift it up, 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 and stretch back and release those wrists. Okay, we're going to take that ball behind the right knee. And we're going to sort of do that same thing we just did, how we're going to bring those knees up off the floor, okay? If it's too hard with that one leg like this, put the ball back between your thighs and continue doing the up with 2 feet on the floor, okay? So I'm going to do here, push through those hands, squeeze lemons in those armpits. I'm going to bring this leg up. And then I'm going to bring it back down to where they're both hovering. And I'm going to bring that leg up. I straighten my standing leg. And I bring it up. I draw it, knees are parallel. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Hold the hover. And then release down. Okay? Release those wrists for a second. Release those wrists. How'd that go? We go okay? Remember, you can always take a break. You can always do a child's pose. You can always have the 2 feet on the floor. I'm going to put the ball behind my left knee. Press through those hands. Scoop that belly, so you got to feel your belly pulling you up off that mat. I'll straighten my non-ball legs. I bring the ball behind me, and then knees hover. I lift up, inhale. Inhale, press, good. Exhale, get those shoulders connected to that back. Inhale. Exhale, we just have 2 more. Bring it up, hover. Last one, take it up, and then take both knees down. I'm going to release those wrists. I'm going to hold that ball between the knees. You can either stay in front and flip the palms up, or come behind and flip your palms up, whichever works for you. Good. Okay, so I want you to take the ball between the feet, come back onto your stomach, and we're going to do some more stuff with our weights. So we're all the way down. I want the weights to rest right next to your thighs with your palms up and your forehead resting down. I want you to pull your navel away from your mat. The first thing we're going to do is shrug our shoulders. Then we're going to roll them up towards the ceiling. The weights are coming off the mat now, and we're going to reach those weights for our heels and lifting your head and chest. Make sure you're squeezing your seat and you're looking down where your nose just was, and release everything down. We shrug, we roll up, we go so far back, the chest lifts with us, and we lower back down. Shrug, roll, lift, reach, squeeze your seat, come back down. One more, shrug, roll, stay lifted. The arms will go down to the mat, lift back up to parallel, down, lower, lift, good. And 3, keep those shoulders back, 2, and 1, release the weights, release the chest, stretch back, scoop the belly, and round the back. Nicely done. Okay, onto our side. So your head's gonna go on this end, feet on the other end. Let's go. Wait, we take a break now? No, you don't need that break. Okay, so go over that ball. Now remember, you don't have to use props. If it feels better to lie on your side and not have any weight here, go for it, get rid of the ball, okay? All right, so my knees are stacked. I'm gonna take that top leg straight, okay? Lift it up, hip height. Take the weight and hover, palm faces down. I'm gonna flex my foot forward, my arm goes back, and I sweep through the center and reach. So the arm is opposite as the leg. Squeeze a lemon in that bottom armpit, keep your hips stacked. It's exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward, inhale back. If this is not cool for that shoulder that's moving with that arm, don't do it. 2 more. And back. 1 more. And then bring it back to center and release. Good. Hover everything back up again. Connect the shoulder to your back, and we're going to circle, round to come up, round to come up, round to come up. 2 more. And then reverse, round and come up. And 3, and 2, and 1. Sweep the arm way in front of you. Drive the elbow to your thigh. Press back out. Pull in. So think of dusting a shelf with that inner thigh. I exhale in, inhale out. 4, good. 3, 2, and 1, stack the knees. My elbows to my side, my palm is facing that ball. I do a clamp with the rotator cuff with the weight. I'm pushing that bottom knee, or that bottom thigh, down as I bring my top leg up. I watch that wrist, so you don't want to be like this with your weight. Keep that wrist real sturdy, so watch it. Good. 4, don't rock, nothing else moves. 3, 2, hold it up, little pulses. Woo! 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Other side. Remember, you can lay on the mat. You don't have to have the ball propping you up. I come over that ball. I should be nice and light on that ball. Shoulder in line with elbow. Reach this top leg long. Lift it off the floor. Arm is over that thigh, parallel. Now the leg goes forward, the arm goes back. And we sweep. We're trying to keep the arm and leg parallel to the floor. We exhale forward, inhale back. Don't move the rib cage. Everything is solid as a rock. Don't forget the breath. Exhale. I exhale forward, inhale back. I like to flex forward and point back. Hips are staying stacked. Good. Don't forget to breathe. 2 more. 1 more. We'll reset back to the center and release, okay? Now we're gonna go into circles. Don't be collapsing. Come on, push that shoulder down. Lift and hold. Now circle forward. Round and come up for 5. So I pause after each circle. And 2, and 1. Now reverse. Lock that shoulder in. 5, 4. Good. 3. Feel your core moving that leg. 2, 1. Hold it. Slide that arm across. Reach it out. Now drive that knee to the elbow and lengthen it. I exhale here. Reach. Take your time. Anchor that bottom leg. And 3. And 2. And 1. Stack your knees. Bring your arm to your side. Clam. Rotator cuff. Open and down. Now again, watch the wrist isn't flinging with that weight. Look straight ahead. There we go. Push through that bottom arm. 3, yes. 2, hold this one up, little pulses. Bam. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo! Come on up. Face the center. Ball between those thighs. Feet further out. Press into that ball. Reach those arms in the same diagonal as your legs are. Connect the shoulders to your back. Press into your ball and exhale down. Connect the shoulders to your back. Nod the chin to your chest. Find that lower back. Now I'm going to inhale up. Exhale down. You don't have to go all the way down. Take your time. Make those core muscles work. That's an inhale. Squeeze the ball. Exhale. As I come up, I'm going to take my knees into a little tabletop. I'll retrace. Nod that chin. I'm going to balance here. Arms just on the diagonal. Make sure you're not dragging your head off the floor. Now hold it here. Can we tap and lift? Tap and lift. Tap. Pull the elbows back and press out. And press out. I'm balancing here. You're balancing. Take your time. 4. You can also keep those feet to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Take the feet to the floor. Press those legs straight. Sit up tall. Arms like a 90-degree angle, like a goalpost. Goalpost, okay? We're going to come across and open. Across and open. So we're trying to have these arms maintain a 90-degree angle. Yep. And The exhale is shh on the in. And I go for 8 and 7. Good. And 6 and 5. Neck in line with that spine, yes. 4 and 3. 2 more. Hold it here. Soften your knees again. I'm going to round back, halfway, hold. Now these little pulses with your arms. You're still working the chest, front of the shoulder, back is supporting. Keep that bow tight. Keep your inner thighs engaged as well as your core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Straighten those legs back up. Put the weights down. Take the hands behind you. And I'm going to bring my arms up as my head goes towards my ball. Bring the arms back down as the head and spine come back up. Do that again. Reach those knuckles back behind you, then lift them up. Now separate those arms. Reach around to the sides of your feet and pull your torso towards that ball. Flex those feet. Relax the neck and shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. Bring those arms back behind you. Reach them up. And as you lower those arms back down, bring your spine back up. Okay, I want you to face forward, sit cross-legged. Ah, that feels good. If this is not a good position for you, you can go out to a diamond, straight legs, whatever works for you, okay? So take the ball to one side for our mermaid stretch. So sit tall, we never collapse in Pilates. Sweep that arm straight up, the palm should be facing you, and as I stretch over, the hip I'm going away from pushes down. Use your oblique to bring it back up. Go up taller. Inhaling over, exhaling up. One more, up and over, inhaling. Now take the arm behind you, pass the ball behind you. Open up that chest even more. And on the other side. Palm faces you, arm up. I'm going over a railing, inhale. Exhale, a little pressure on that ball. Inhale. Exhale, one more. Inhale. 2, exhale, bring those arms behind you. Now grab it with one hand and pass it around to the center. And then pass it again, so that same direction. Yep. Try to keep your neck long. So this is not going to accomplish what I'm trying to open up. Now let's reverse it. So I'm trying to open up the front of my body. And we open. Inhale. Exhale. Try to sit taller, sit taller. We're going to open through that door frame. Good. Put the ball to the floor and roll it out. Just stretch. Breathe. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. Bring it back in. I want you to take this hand and roll it to the other side. And bring it back in. And put that hand on top and roll it to the other side. Get a little rotation in your spine. Relax those shoulders. Bring it back in. Grab onto that ball. Give me a nice big inhale up. Grow as tall as you can. Now don't collapse on the exhale. Press to the sides of that ball. 2 more, please. Inhale. Now big exhale. You're exhaling all those toxins out of the body. All that negativity. We have nothing but good thoughts as we end our class. We reach it nice and long. We lengthen that spine even longer. And you have made it. Woo! Okay, good. We got smiles on our faces. We're more energized. We're ready to go.